During the month of December, we will be best served by staying on the path of the golden mean when we embrace a way of living in quiet harmony. Nothing extra, nothing extraordinary. Life will have a sense of normalcy about it in the best sense, and we will be able to get things done all the same without too much fanfare. In the last month of the year, a constant ebb and flow of supportive energies will influence what we do, with the occasional slowing, cooling fluxes settling in. The first 2 to 3 weeks will likely be spent in this crisp and simple, half-active modus operandi, and only towards the end of the month can we look forward to a noticeable shift and upgrade. Late December thankfully will bring a more playful and lively end to the year, and something might literally feel different. This, in part, will be due to 2 ominous events that will set the tone for the new year in 2022. Knowing about these early on may create an auspicious scenario for getting prepared, and even perhaps take conscious steps towards the future. Starting on Saturday, December 4th, for an entire week, Mercury, the planet that governs our thinking and communication, and the daily routines of our life, will be in a challenging flux with the great healer planet Neptune. Their square may disrupt our active, doing sides, and we may feel a significant slowdown or halting effect. Similarly, a sense of drowsiness, or states alternating between dreams and fantasy during daytime hours are natural within this period, and we may need extra sleep and rest as well. Mercury is in an overall highly energetic realm in Sagittarius, so as long as we keep busy and also embrace the principle of active resting after the work of the day is done, we should be fine. Between Monday, December 6th and Tuesday, December 21st, another challenging flux will also likely take the wind out of our sails in terms of productivity and personal ambitions. The South Node, which indicates areas where energies are draining, and Mars, the planet that governs our individuality, ego, and personal strengths, will enter into conjunction with each other. The progress we may have been able to make in September and October will feel like a thing of the past, and it is best not to look forward to a similar return at the end of the year. With our remaining energy, we are best off to tend to whatever needs to get done, and do a decent job of it. Between Tuesday, December 7th and Friday, December 17th, the Sun also enters into the same difficult aspect that Mercury has with Neptune. The Sun is well positioned and highly active, energetically charged Sagittarius to help us carry on, but their flux with Neptune will considerably slow things down and lower our sense of productivity. Simultaneously, as we have already put it into perspective, we will likely have a heightened sense of feeling drowsy and sleepy even during daytime hours. The rule of thumb, again, will be to get done what needs to be done, and honor our need for sufficient and quality rest as well. Between Wednesday, December 8th and Wednesday, December 15th, a breath of fresh air arrives amidst a general sense of tiredness with a benevolent aspect between Mercury and Jupiter. The sextile is a harmonious, bright, and soothing flux, and between the great benefactor planet and Mercury, the ruler of our thinking and everyday functional routines, it will likely bring about a surprising, upbeat, and creative shift. We may experience a boost of novel ideas, so it is best to pay attention and ride the waves of this inspirational, uplifting aspect. The other noticeable effect Mercury and Jupiter's sextile may bring about is to help us prepare for the Christmas holidays in a good mood, which we all very much need at this time. On Sunday, December 12th, Venus will virtually pass Pluto, the planet of great depths and peaks, and also one of the rulers of karma. Venus governs social interactions, romantic relationships, and social life. The planet, however, is also about to turn retrograde and thus, for days, will stay in Pluto's very close vicinity in an active conjunction. If during the month-long period from mid-September to mid-October relationship issues showed up in a big way, testing our skills in romantic partnerships as well as in social interactions in general, this period with Venus and Pluto so close may bring back a few more of these conflicts. If strange dramas and troubling concerns should occur within our closest relationships or partnerships, it is best to be aware that this flux may be responsible, and skillfully let them go. It is also auspicious to keep a healthy emotional distance at mid-month in general to avoid unnecessary friction. Between Monday, December 13th and Sunday, December 26th, the Sun follows Mercury into the same nourishing sextile with Jupiter. This flux between the Sun and the great benefactor planet will also enhance the mood for holiday preparations, and brighten the otherwise quiet and lackluster ambience due to Neptune's influence during early to mid-December. After the acerbic and existential anomalies in November that may have even appeared in the physical body in the form of illnesses or imbalances, this flux will have a cleansing, brightening effect and bring with it a healthy dose of optimism. On Monday, December 13th, Mars leaves Scorpio and enters Sagittarius. This is also an auspicious and uplifting change that will likely lighten things up quite a bit. Mars rules personal strengths and powers, individuality and ambitions, and in some traditions it is also the ruler of Scorpio. The planet's transit here may have led to a heightened sense of intense internal struggles in the past month and a half, leading perhaps even to violent thoughts or sensations. With Mars entering Sagittarius, these tendencies will likely begin to fade away and the event will leave us on a higher road of clarity and purpose. In general, life will take on a new sense of clarity and potential, making it easier to reach our goals. Just as the transition happens with Mars changing signs, we are well advised to give extra care to the health and optimal functioning of the liver, bile and gallbladder in mid-December. If you tend to have acidosis or reflux, make sure you prepare for the probability that they might bother, but as the month progresses, these issues are also expected to gradually recede. On Tuesday, December 14th, Mercury, the planet that governs our thinking and cognition as well as everyday functional routine, enters Capricorn. This arrival from hopeful, optimistic and bright Sagittarius into a much colder and austere realm in the zodiac may induce a brief halt to our plans and ideas, and bring a sense of stark clarity and the need to slow down. We will not have to completely give up on our excitement about the future, nor refrain from taking steps to accomplish things. What is more auspicious at this time, however, is rather than coming up with new projects and goals, play it safe with what is already underway, and finish what was started. Between Friday, December 17th and Friday, December 24th, Mercury will also receive bountiful energy from a very benevolent aspect with Uranus. As we have already spoken about it a minute ago, Mercury's quick and volatile qualities are significantly controlled in Capricorn. This flux, however, will help with navigating possible challenges, and in contrast to what is also in the forecast, induce novel ideas and plant seeds of innovation. The effects may not be instantaneous or even obvious at first, but it is worth paying attention to what is taking shape in our mind at this time and writing things down. Any journal notes created during this week may be an asset later when more auspicious fluxes come into play. Between Monday, December 20th and Saturday, January 29th, Venus in Capricorn will be in a long retrograde phase, which is a fairly rare event for the planet. Venus is a graceful, social planetary influence, rooted in the material and, among others, governs relationships and romance. During this nearly 6-week-long period, we will likely be prompted to reevaluate and re-examine our closest, most personal connections at the level of individuality, and in general, our social interactions and roles in the world will also be under scrutiny. At the turn of the old year into the new, many of us may notice a lack of clarity about where we are at, and which way to go. Similarly, we may encounter doubt, and debate the nature of our humanity at a deeper, more existential level. Know that this is just as well, and even necessary after the past 2 years. The retrograde course of Venus may put an extra layer of concern as well as a somber effect over this period, so we will need to make an effort to not get stuck with too much seriousness and existential dilemma and consciously seek out more lighthearted and fun things as well. Between Tuesday, December 21st and Friday, January 7th, the planet Mars that governs our personal ambitions and strengths will enter into a harmonious and graceful flux with Saturn, the great organizer planet. This effect will help with keeping it together and give our attention to things that really matter. Furthermore, we will likely feel the benefit of this aspect between Mercury and Saturn when we are trying to get the job done and stay on target. Anything that does not serve us anymore can be effectively released, and this period is also an excellent time to catch up with ourselves a little and tie up what needs tending. On Wednesday, December 22nd, the Sun changes signs and enters Capricorn. In the Northern Hemisphere, this is the winter solstice, when the light is lowest and the Sun has descended into the deepest trajectory of its course in the sky from our earthbound perspective. The sun's ascent starts again 3 days later, when collectively we celebrate the rebirth of light at Christmas time. In the zodiac, Capricorn is a cold and constricted region, and the sun's arrival in this realm officially means wintertime starting. Between Thursday, December 23rd and Thursday, December 30th, Mercury enters into a soft and soothing flux with the great healer planet Neptune. Mercury governs the mentally and cognitively active sides of being as well as our functional daily routines, and during this aspect of the planet with Neptune we will be well advised to remain minimalistic in our doings. Anything that is regenerative, relaxing and restful, however, is very much supported. At the end of the year, treat yourself to things that fill you up and tend to your wellness, and it is also auspicious to maintain a holistic approach to life in general at this time. On Thursday, December 23rd, another grandiose event sets the course well into the future with the nodes of the moon changing signs. These energies without physical shape or form represent specific things in astrology that are well worth our attention, besides the fact that they reside in the same zodiacal realm for a year and a half. The South Node shows where energies are draining and what directions ahead of us will surely lead to a dead end and get us stuck. The North Node reveals the best course and the way out, or a resolution. It represents our true north. The sign change for the South Node is from Sagittarius to Scorpio. After an extra long time of isolation, social distancing, and the current trends of individualism and self-centered lifestyle, the collective has been permeated with frustrations and a sense of doom and gloom brewing seemingly all the time. The South Node gives clear counsel that we need to make an effort and consciously minimize these sensations within ourselves. True North, the due course set by the North Node in Taurus, puts the focus on simplicity and connection to the earth and to each other in community. The tendency to move away from the city has already begun en masse, and will likely continue in search of a more meaningful, more natural life. A multitude of people have also been growing tired of consumerism and are seeking connection and a new way of belonging. During the lunar North Node's transit in Taurus, these tendencies will be even more noticeable. Between Sunday, December 26th and Sunday, January 2nd, an aspect between two inner planets will provide some lighter and brighter energies, albeit within bounds. Mercury and Venus will be conjunct for a week, admittedly in the slow, cold and controlling territory of Capricorn, yet within this time we are well advised and supported to have some fun and seek entertainment in company. Their flux is happening simultaneously with Mercury and Neptune's regenerative sextile, which is a soothing, relaxing influence, so the last week of the old year is most auspicious for restful, as well as playful light-hearted activities. Avoid responsibilities and heavier or serious work-related things during this time if you can. Between Monday, December 27th and Thursday, January 6th, the Sun, governing our higher self, will be entering the flux of abundance and hope with Uranus, the planet of future perspectives and ambitions. This aspect also heralds bright and forward-pointing energies that will help us accomplish the most important, basic, and routine tasks of life. In addition, everything we come up with has the potential to receive a boost within this time frame, and, if not immediately, may prove to be viable and robust in the long term. Between Monday, December 27th and Tuesday, January 25th, for a month-long period, the great benefactor planet Jupiter will be traveling without planetary aspects. This coincides with Jupiter's entering a new zodiacal realm in Pisces, which will have the effect of inducing a drowsy, floaty way of arriving in the new year. Overall, we might feel like we are drifting without a shore in sight, or that things are happening without our active participation, as if in a cloud of enchantment. The best advice we can give is to let this be, and let these gray waves of uncertainty and obscurity carry us into the new year with a healthy amount of trust. In alignment with the planet's grandiose and large-scale qualities and style, the very last noteworthy event that happens in 2021 is connected to Jupiter. At the collective level, Jupiter's placement in the zodiac is always key to major trends and current or ongoing tendencies for us to take note of. Wherever the planet is in the zodiac, it highlights and abundantly brings to the surface qualities and attributes related to the realm. In 2021, Jupiter transited Aquarius with a brief interval in Pisces. Aquarius is an innovative, cognitive, future-oriented realm, and much of the virtual world of the internet and online environments are influenced by its qualities. True to form, in 2021, it was still the online world where we had to maintain and build connections, go to school, go to work and learn new ways of social interactions to a large extent. We have collectively gotten a taste of living online, and had to get used to a lot of planning and things taking longer. In general, physical reality and shared experiences in physical space still took second place to the internet. Another notable quality of androgynous Aquarius in the collective became gender neutrality and the freedom to choose and claim one's own gender regardless of the one assigned at birth. On December 29th, when Jupiter changes signs and enters Pisces, it is the qualities of this particular area of the zodiac that will be more noticeable, practically throughout the entire year of 2022. Jupiter in Pisces will likely induce a greater need to put aside our smart tools, unplug, and connect with each other in more authentic, but also intimate and quiet ways. Our humanity still retains a primordial memory of connection and the sense of nourishing physicality around each other that does not require words. Pisces is the peaceful, nurturing and joyous experience of just hearing the other's breathing and sensing their presence. It is the realm of intimate holding, trust and embraces. Pisces attributes remind us that nature is the ultimate connection, and our need to be in nature, grow a garden, protect the living environment, and Earth as our shared home will gain momentum. Environmental activism will likely noticeably follow along, and so will more extreme endeavors that might show outright hostility to civilization and present radical alternatives in their attempt to return to ancient, primordial ways of living. Pisces is also the sign associated most with health and healing and wellness. Without going too far into predictions about COVID, it is to be expected that more cases may appear, or that biotechnology will take to new heights and modern medicine will demonstrate entirely novel directions and potential. This will all claim significant space in the collective realm. And finally, Pisces means conception and pregnancy, and during Jupiter's transit of the sign, the tendency to want to start a family may receive a boost. In conclusion, we recommend taking note of two significant events in particular as major trendsetters for 2022. One is the North Node entering Taurus, and the other is Jupiter's changing signs and arriving into Pisces. Both will clearly guide our focus towards the living world and environment, and raise the bar to develop a new awareness about connection. Both influences will also give us a chance to newly recognize and return to more organic, natural ways of our humanity and aspects of our psyche. Intuitively, we have already been sensing the need to do this. In 2022, we will be well supported and at an auspicious time to start moving into these directions with a heightened sense of consciousness.